This is from the New York Times, dated May 2nd, 2019. The conversation at a London bar in September 2016 took a strange turn when the woman sitting across from the George Papadopoulos, a Trump campaign advisor, asked a direct question: was the Trump campaign working with Russia? The woman had set up the meeting to discuss foreign policy issues, but she actually was a government investigator, posing as a research assistant, according to people familiar with the operation. The FBI sent her to London as part of the counterintelligence inquiry opened that summer to better understand the Trump campaign's link to Russia. So this woman, who called herself Azra Turk, was detailed by the FBI government investigator. Don't say she was an FBI agent. I suspect she probably worked for another government agency like the CIA, to work with Stephen Halper, who was an FBI informant, to spy on George Papadopoulos and try to entrap him. Because the emails, it's pretty clear, the text messages and communications this woman subsequently had with Papadopoulos was more than about asking about whether or not he knew Clinton emails were going to be leaked by the Russians. They involved come-ons and such, obviously trying to ensnare him in more than just a informational relationship. But the New York Times admitting, and the headline is just classic: FBI sent investigator posing as assistant to meet with Trump aide in 2016. Well, you know, I could have written that headline a lot more succinctly. FBI spied on Trump campaign. So this gentleman, Stephen Halper, who had a contract with the Defense Department, was working out of London, not only met with Papadopoulos, but as the New York Times reconfirms, also met here in the United States of America with other campaign officials, including Carter Page, and then Sam Clovis, who was not a junior campaign aide like Page and Papadopoulos were. They were kind of, quote, advisors who were linked to the campaign. And Clovis was a senior guy on the campaign. So you had the FBI targeting the Trump campaign with an unprecedented spying operation. Here, not only abroad, but here in the United States, which raises substantial legal concerns because, generally speaking, the FBI and the CIA are not allowed to spy on domestic political operations. That's why they were focused on trying to get Papadopoulos overseas, because their abilities to spy on Americans are greatly eased overseas. They don't have to jump through a lot of hoops to have that done. And on top of that, Halper became so close to the Trump people as a result of his spy operation on behalf of the FBI, he was invited to the White House in 2017. So yes, the FBI was not only spying on the Trump campaign, they were spying on the Trump White House. Now, according to this story that was written obviously in to get ahead of the IG report that's forthcoming from the Department of Justice IG Inspector General, that's probably going to talk about these issues. This report confirms that the president, Trump, was right. The Obama people were spying on him. Now, of course, Judicial Watch has been trying to investigate what Halper was up to, Stephen Halper, the FBI spy. And so what's incredible is you still have people arguing over whether it was spying. The corrupt James Comey, the FBI director rightly fired by President Trump, was on TV this week at CNN saying it was perfectly normal for the FBI to spy on a presidential campaign. Well, he knows it's not perfectly normal. But again, it's an admission that he knew. Of course, he didn't want to call it spying. But I don't know what else you would call a counterintelligence operation against U.S. targets abroad, using evidently a CIA asset to do it. Of course it's spying. You know, when the FBI investigates you, two FBI agents show up, they knock on the door, and they say, "We want to talk to you." That's an investigation. When the FBI spies on you, or when the CIA spies on you, they use confidential informants, they use cutouts to have meetings with you, and they don't disclose their relationship with the FBI or CIA or other intelligence agencies. That's spying. And the fact that they are hiding from the word spying shows you that they know what they did was wrong. So we have these major revelations confirming, and by the way, you don't spy on a presidential campaign at the junior level. You have to get it approved. And of course, Comey admits essentially that he was involved in this. And of course, other text messages show that the White House wanted to know everything. So I guarantee you that Barack Obama approved of and was briefed on this spy operation targeting President Trump. Obama knew. We already knew he was involved in the assembling of the dossier targeting President Trump. So when people say they want to well, for instance, the Intelligence Committee of the Senate is harassing Donald Trump Jr. with another subpoena, they need to be talking to President Trump. They need to be talking to senior people in the Trump White House about what they knew and when about the spy operation against President Trump. In the Obama White House about what they knew and when about the spy operation against President Trump. Forgive me, I'm getting my presidents screwed up. But it's pretty clear the Obama White House knew or should have known about the spy operation, unprecedented, targeting then candidate Trump.